Hello and welcome back to Anime-chan, where today we'll be talking about Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 1. The episode is episode 6 and it's called Sin. I just want to let you guys know that I'm actually watching this episode a couple of hours after watching episode 5, and yeah, I wasn't planning on recording another video, but I had some extra time, so I'm actually like in my pajamas, and that's why it says sleeping in bed like da-da-da. And yeah, so I wasn't planning on doing it, and that's why, well, I'm never really dressed the part, but now I'm especially not dressed the part. A big thank you to Spencer, who is also one of the hosts of the World's Worst podcast, on which I was a guest once, which was awesome. I just want to say thank you to Spencer because he is one of my patrons and he basically sponsored this video. So big thank you to Spencer for all your support, and I know you're a big Attack on Titan fan. That's why I thought I would do this month's shout out for you in an Attack on Titan video. If anyone would like full reactions and other rewards, you can check out my Patreon, but of course that is not necessary because you're about to see my reaction highlights and full review. Thank you so much for being here and enjoy.
私たちには誤解があったんだよ。確かに彼らは調査兵団の邪魔をしたし、ニック司祭は彼らに殺された。
俺はここに来たことが。
Is this where your father took you?
だが見覚えがあっても不思議ではない。
どういう意味だ。
こうすれば彼は思い出すかもしれない。
なんだ、俺の見たものじゃない。この影、これはまさか。
Did he eat his own father? He ate his own father? No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to just re-see a couple of things. He's seeing her memories, the person who he got the power from somehow. So that is his wife. So he did have a wife. So he did cheat. Is that his son? Okay, this is his daughter. And then why is she seeing, why is it him? Who is him again? He turned into a titan, but there's like half, he's not a full titan, he's like a baby titan. Or he just bit his arm off. I didn't, oh god, oh god. Father Sin? Did his dad, what did his dad do exactly? Ugh, did his dad, but I'm sure they'll explain.
だってお姉ちゃんが教えてくれるから。あ、ダメだよ鼻水垂らしてちゃ。ヒストリアはもうちょっと女の子らしくしないと。この子みたいな女の子のことかな。
Is that a titan?
そう。ヒストリアもクリスタが好きでしょ。うん。じゃあ私お姉ちゃんみたいになりたい。え？私大きくなったらお姉ちゃんみたいになれるかな。いいよいいよ。そのままでいいよ。また会う日まで。
Oh yes, it was free. She can alter memories? Because he has her memories. Oh, that is her sister.
フリーダお前を気にかけ、時折面倒を見ていたようだな。お前の記憶を消していたのは。
フリーダお姉さんは今どこにいるの？会ってお礼が言いたいの。お姉さんがいなかったら。
フリーダはもうこの世にはいない。
Did Aaron's father kill her?
私には5人の子供がいた。
Oh fuck.
グリシャは巨人の力を持つ者だった。
But where did he get it?
目的はレイスケが持つ
Monkey Titan? No? Yes? Monkey? Did that guy have an arm in that other in the Eren couldn't have killed him because he probably just grew back his arm if he was a Titan.
巨人の力だった。
Okay. Oh no, not Monkey Titan.
フリーダの巨人は全ての巨人の頂点に立つ存在。フリーダは進化を発揮することなくグリシャに食われ力は奪われてしまった。レイスケを根絶やしにするためだ。
Why?
14歳のディルクと12歳のエーベルを叩き潰し。
どうしてそんなひどいことができるの？
王様は偽物だってバレちまったし、お偉方も全員逮捕された。
But didn't that one guy say that they will put one of the rightful people on the throne with royal blood, but they're in on it all? And why? Or were they?
ケニー、君を信用しているぞ。
王様。
Among those with the power of Titan, some have a special scream, while the female Titan can use scream to control pure Titans. The royal family's Titan has a similar ability and is believed to possess the power to alter human memories as well. Huh? What is a pure Titan? Why are there unpure Titans? Why are there pure Titans? Why was Eren's dad a Titan? Why did he want to coup d'etat then? And why was there a fake king, and why was Lord Race? Was it for protection? But then still, the lords that were making those decisions, they weren't good. What? From now on, you'll be digesting everything you eat from the bottom up. What?
何十年もかけて考案した甲斐があった。そしてあなた方が虐げた民の前でそのお姿を晒して、お前のその血は奴隷用の血が我々陛下の血筋とは違ってな。
He's clearly a dipshit, dumbass, but you don't torture like this, like you don't enjoy it, like it's not, but I can understand maybe where it's coming from, the need to do that, but that puts you on the same level as them. I mean, this is not to get information or anything, this is purely for payback, and that is a dangerous place to be, because torture to gain information, to find the truth, find justice, whatever, that will let's say dirty your soul, but that's like when there's a law that says do not rape people. If you rape people, you will be killed. And then someone needs to kill, right? If someone does trespass, or let's say, what is the word for trespass? I'm not trespass, but if someone breaks, there we go. If someone does break that established law and rapes, like as a serial rapist, whatever, then that person, by raping someone, he acknowledged the fact that he will be killed because he knowingly raped someone despite that being a law. Despite it being wrong, despite it being a law, he raped someone. He, what's the word? Acknowledges, no. Consents. I believe like that is kind of not exactly the same thing, but that basically gives consent. Like, okay, I'm doing this anyway. I consent that I will be killed if I get caught. So then there's someone that then needs to carry out that law, that needs to kill. Whether it be an executioner chopping off someone's head, or someone administering them a pill that kills them in their in their sleep silently, whatever, that act of having to kill someone, even though they consented to it, putting it in air quotes because they didn't really consent, but they kind of did, that will dirty your soul. It will hurt who you are as a human being, in the same way that I believe Levi is hurt when he needs to torture someone to get information from them to eventually attain justice, or at least some form of justice or truth. Whether he tortured people who tortured other people many times, it doesn't matter or not. When you hurt, it hurts you. But there's sometimes where you can understand it. For example, how I understand Levi having to torture the torturers, or when a rapist has to be killed because it's the law for rapists to be killed, like, and the person doing the killing, I understand it. Like, at least it's understandable. But this, for me, torturing for the sake of torture, for the sake of revenge, in a way, I don't think this is okay. Whether like, kill the guy, clean slice off his head, or punch him a couple of times, like brawl with him, fight him one-on-one. I don't know, but this, you lose your memory.
また同じ脅し文句を垂れたな。しかも奴らを含む一部の血族はそれに影響されない。そんなことが皆恥もせずベラベラと喋りよったわい。撃たれるだけ損とばかり。なるほど。わしはお主と違って賭け事は好まん。またお主らと違って己よりも生き残る人類の数を尊重しておる。団長、総員準備が整いました。人同士の争いは不可能になります。
That's true. But I don't want it to be true.
目標と思われるレース領地礼拝堂を目指す。分かったか。あの武器がある分俺よりも厄介だ。
じゃあ無理ですよ。私たちじゃ兵団との合流を待つってのは
絶対ダメ。
しかし一緒に暮らしていてそれしか切り裂きケニーの情報がないってどういうことだよ、リヴァイ。
悪いな。ケニー・アッカーマンって名前らしいな。お前の親戚だったりしてな。
But your surname is Kenny. I mean, your surname is Ackerman.
ある時突然力に目覚めたような感覚を経験したことが。
Yes, yes, yes.
ケニー・アッカーマンにもその瞬間があったそうだ。その瞬間が俺にもあった。ケニー、お前また憲兵を殺したのか。かつてのアッカーマン家は王側近の武家だった。
Didn't the Ackermans used to be a family of warriors protecting the king? So if by king, is that the race family?
そうじゃねえか。王政に恨まれてはおらん。ただ恐れられておる。王がアッカーマン家を操ることが中枢の一つであったということだ。そして王は巨人の力を代々受け継ぎ保持しておる。その力は強大で人類すべての記憶を改ざんし過去を忘れさせることだ。
How all of their memories?
それが東洋の一族とアッカーマン家だ。
So the only two bloodlines that don't forget or aren't affected by the Titans' power, the power of the Titans.
クシェルは地下街の商館で働いてた。客の子を身ごもってな。それを産むっつって聞かねえんだよ。一体どんな夢が見れるってんだろうな。
And being born in this piece of shit world isn't a single damn dream worth suffering through it. Or being born in this world, there ain't a single damn dream worth suffering through it. But he's suffering through it.
ならば最後まで信じてみよう。この世界を盤上ごとひっくり返すっていう。
Kenny and his dream. He didn't think there was a dream worth living through the shit world before, but now they believe in Kenny's dream. Turn the tables on this world. So Kenny is going to... Please save my baby! What is in the basement? Hello, and welcome to the review portion of the video, where today I am going to open the fandom attackontitan.fandom.com wiki page, because there was a very information heavy episode, and I kind of want to go through what I learned step by step to make sure I don't forget anything, and just maybe share a few comments on it all, because right now I feel like I got all these informations and I don't really know how I have so many questions, like so many information was given, but I just feel like I have more questions every time I watch Attack on Titan, but not in a bad way, obviously. Okay, so overview. Eren Yeager learns the history of how he obtains his Titan and how his Titan powers, and how 5 years ago his father, Grisha, slaughtered most of the Rice family in order to obtain their power, which was held by Frida, the elder half-sister of Historia. This makes me wonder. It's like they kind of want to shift our perspective the whole time of like who's really in the wrong here, who's not, da 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 da. But I'm still kind of reluctant to, I wouldn't say to feel sorry for the Rice family. I wouldn't say I'm reluctant to feel sorry for them, because I mean, the children were children. Like, what could you have done? You know, like, they didn't know all of this. They didn't start all of this. But I'm reluctant to just be mad at Eren's dad, because if they died 5 years ago, was it when Maria, was it around the same time Maria fell? Why did those two things happen? Why did those things happen together? That makes me confused, because the Rice family was in power, and they were adapting people's memories to fit their own prerogative. And is that the right word, prerogative? I don't know how to say that, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So they altered people's memories for their own ideals, whatever their own goals. And I don't really think that's fair. Like, you don't get to just alter people's memories without telling them. I don't think that's what a just ruler would do. That's why I'm hesitant. They kind of made it like they wanted us to think like Eren's dad was a bad guy or did something bad, because I mean the episode is called Sin. But I'm hesitant to think like, oh my god, yeah, Eren's dad, how could he do that? Da 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 da. Because okay, so they have this Titan bloodline, the royal family, and they've been passing down, but I mean, is it that their bloodline is royal? Because Eren's dad was a Titan, he somehow had Titan powers, and he was a shifter. So was it that their blood was special, or was it that they've just always had the power and handed it down from generation to generation and used that to control everyone else? And why do these two families, Orientals and the Ackerman family, why aren't they affected? And why did they choose to turn on the king? Was it because the king was doing something wrong? Because I mean, it doesn't seem like Mikasa's dad was I mean, they worked together, right? They were, they said, the Ackermans were his sword, and made me think of Shield Hero. But this is not about Shield Hero. Why did they turn on him? And to me, I got this feeling from Mikasa's mom that they weren't like the Orientals. They weren't bad people. She had this aura about her, like she was a goddess. Now I'm just thinking like they were bad. So they turned on the king, so that must mean the king is bad. I don't know. I just don't trust all of this. I'm very confused as to why they were the royal family, if there were other titans too. And I mean, like Grisha was a titan, and Grisha kind of looked like the monkey titan, but he didn't have all the hair. Maybe he grew the hair over the years. Who knows? I mean, Eren, we saw how Eren was, or where Eren was turned into a titan, and we saw where Eren was turned into a titan. What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Now I remember. We saw where Eren was turned into a titan, and he didn't look like he looks now. He looked like a little baby version of himself. And now he looks like this man version. So maybe a titan can change over time. Maybe he is the monkey titan. And I wouldn't be surprised, because we saw blood and stuff, and we saw his arm, but we also saw his body. So that means that Eren didn't eat him. So he probably healed because he's a titan. So he could be the monkey titan, because Eren didn't look the same. So he doesn't have to look exactly the same. But when he was turning into it, he looked kind of like the monkey titan. I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised, like, based on that information. Okay, next part. Meanwhile, the military learns that certain bloodlines are immune to the scream that can alter humanity's memory. So this scream can not only control titans, but if you hear it, now I understand, if you hear it, because I thought maybe they mixed their pee into the town's water and supply, and that is how, because I was like, how did they alter humanity's fucking memories? Like, how did you meet with every person and alter their memories? So, okay, so it's not pee, it's not meeting every person, so I think it's when they scream and you hear it, they can alter your memories, and that if they do not rescue Eren, they may soon forget their coup d'etat ever happened. Squad Levi arrives at the rural chapel above the underground one, so that is where his family was when Eren's dad came to kill them, and or let's say to obtain the power that they were passing down for some reason. And I mean, doesn't that mean they kind of were eating each other? So if that's where they were underground. So that what I don't understand entirely was they were underground, and that's where Grisha turned into a titan, and then he said he got away. He was the only one to get away, which I don't understand. I don't understand why he was the only one to get away. Like, was he so busy killing the others that he didn't see him run away? Did he run leaving his family behind to fend for themselves? What? I don't really understand, but okay. So then the door to in there is quite small. So did Eren's dad unshift, go out, go and then shift again and then destroy the chapel? Because I remember Hansh saying that it's weird that bandits would have just, you know, gone in, kill them, steal things and leave, not the chapel is made of like stone. So how did he get like back up and then shift back into a titan so quickly? Like, is it possible to do it that quickly, or am I just overthinking things right now? Or did he just burst through the fucking ground? Maybe he just like walked up the stairs and like punched a hole and then climbed out. I don't know. Squad Levi arrived at the rural chapel, one where Aaron is being held. They prepare to attack while the anti-personnel control squad waits for them below. So the anti-personnel control squad, the anti-people control squad, because they have weapons to fight other people. And the king said, I trust you, Kenny. But do you know Kenny is an Ackerman? And I don't understand. Sorry, I'm doing this because my head hurts. I don't know if it's from thinking too much or what, but probably not. Maybe from editing too much. I don't understand. I don't think Kenny is on the king's side, because he did that thing where he was like, oh, king, I was worried about you. And the king was like, oh, I trust you, Kenny. And he's like, when he turned around, you know? So it doesn't seem like Kenny is on his side, especially thinking about the fact that Kenny's grandfather told him about the king being afraid of them. You know? But how can the king not know the surname of his... But maybe it's because he didn't tell him. Or used a fake surname. Huh. So I'm just thinking that the royal family aren't necessarily good people. They weren't necessarily good people. I don't think they were good if they were altering people's memories to suit their own ambitions. And also, still doesn't, like, I mean, Berthold and Reiner and them, I still want to know where they're from. And considering Annie said in season 1 she just wants people to be seen as people or something like that. I need to go back and see what she said there. So like, it's like she meant like she wants people to have, like, to be able to remember memories if they want to remember memories. You can't just alter my memory like I'm your pawn to be used like a slave, like the guy said to Zachary, like you're a slave. Just because your bloodline is pure and you can't forget, so you're in on it, so you guys capitalize off of the other people's lack of memory. I think it was a really lovely memories with Historia and her sister that she forgot. But just because like she was a good person, or she seemed like a good person, or she was a good person to her sister, doesn't mean that her family and the family she was born into, like, it doesn't mean she wasn't born into a family that were doing wrong things, like making people forget stuff on large scale so that they can retain their power, like, you know. So I'm still not buying the whole, oh, the Rice family were the victims, because like I said, of course, it's not fair for the kids to have been killed. They had nothing to do with this. But when you build a society on unjust principles like this, someday, you know, there's a thing like, there is such a thing as karma. I don't exactly know if it's exactly karma and that's how it works, but there's this thing that, you know, what you put into the world, you're gonna get back. And if you've been building your power for generations and generations upon an evil, at one point or another it's gonna come back to bite you on the ass, and not ass, it's gonna come back to bite you on the ass. It's not an Afrikaans word, so I don't know how to say that in which accent, whatever. I know people say it differently. If you build your whole life and your family's life on these unjust principles, one day not only you but the ones you love will suffer for it. And it's not like, oh, you deserved it, but it's the natural flow of things. Like, if you're gonna tell a child every single day that you will never amount to anything, that child will grow up probably not amounting to anything, because you're literally imbuing into his subconscious that he won't amount to anything, you know? And that's kind of the same thing that you're doing if you're building your whole power rests on lies and deception and Like, eventually, that what you're putting in is what you're gonna get out, you know? That's what the analogy was a little bit poor there, but whatever, you get my point. So yeah, conclusion, I'm not yet buying the whole, the Rice family is completely innocent thing. I don't think I'm supposed to, but I got this feeling that they kind of wanted us to feel sorry for them. Which I do, for the kids at least. Frida should have been able to defeat Grisha with her Titan due to its superior ability, but she was not experienced in using it. She was eaten by Grisha, who stole her power. Grisha then stamped out and killed the remainder of the Race family, probably so that their reign has no possibility of continuing. But Lord Race escaped. Historia asks her father why Grisha would do such a thing when they're interrupted by Kenny. Kenny informs them that Rod understands and sends Kenny and his anti-personnel to guard the entrance. Kenny obeys but leaves with a derisive snort. It wasn't really a snort, it was more like a ch. Snort is like, I don't know what a snort is, but it's not ch. In Capital Mitras, Dali Zachary puts the finishing touches on his torture Auril. Oh, that's a person, Auril. I thought that's the torture device. Uncowed, Auril tells Zachary that his blood is slave blood. See, that's what I'm like. If the pure bloodlines see themselves as superior to the other bloodlines, and we're the superior ones and you're the slaves, but the Ackermans and the Orientals, they defied the king. So that means that they didn't agree with seeing people as pawns, as slaves. So he will lose his memory soon. But that's only if someone eats Erin. Elsewhere, as Erwin Smith prepares the formally, which I think should be Historia because of the way she's dressed. She's dressed like a ceremony. Elsewhere, Irvin prepares the formerly imprisoned scouts to depart. Dotpix has informed him that all the officials are saying the same thing. The Rice family must be able to alter memories, which means that if Ross... Okay, we already established that. Pixis also tells Erwin that unlike him, he does not have a fondness for gambling. He values the number of remaining humans over his own life. Okay, I've already told you guys I don't really understand why he's making this... Him and Zachary is making this deduction that Erwin is doing this for himself. I'm just wondering. The only reason he backed Erwin's plan is because he believes it's better for the humanity. He would have fought against Zachary. Realizing that his words are bleak following a successful coup, he asks about a song in which humans one day stop fighting. Which I think is possible. The moment that we say, oh, it's not possible, we make it so. We speak it into reality. We have to say and believe that there will be and there could be a day where people stop fighting. If that is what we as a whole want. But some people benefit off conflict, and that's where the problem comes in. Levi warns the squad that Kenny will... He didn't answer the question about why he was living with Kenny. Because Hanj asked him that. But Armin thinks here's a possibility since training and combat experience are two different things. Hanj and Levi discuss Kenny's name and he asks Mikasa if Kenny might be a relative of hers. But he doesn't. Mikasa says that she heard from her parents that the Ackermans were once persecuted and now we know why because they turned their back on the king. But she never learned their reason. Her father did not seem to be a different race like her mother. Levi asks if she ever experienced a moment where she felt power awaken in her, and Mikasa thinks back when... So can Mikasa also turn into a Titan? Are they also like a Titan breed of people? She picked up, but no, it can't be because I'm sure that Mikasa's mother would have turned into a Titan and eaten those men if she picked up the knife in order to save them both and did something change in her. Mikasa tells Levi that she has, and he explains that Kenny also has had such moment. Kenny had felt an absurd amount of strength surge through him and he knew exactly what to do. Levi has also had those moments. So was that kind of him admitting that his surname is also Ackerman? Or was Mikasa already aware of that? In the cavern beneath the public chapel, Kenny remembers a conversation with his Berlin grandfather. Okay, we already talked about that. His grandfather told him that they were not hated by the king so much as they were feared. The king's power would allow him to alter the memories of all humanity except for a few bloodlines. Among them, two turned their backs on the king because they were bad. Because they saw people as slaves. Kenny correctly concluded this was the reason for their persecution. He also informed his grandfather that he found his sister, Kuchel. Kuchel. Who the heck is that? Why was it mentioned? That means that she's important somehow, but why? In a brothel, and that she had gotten pregnant. Pregnant? That's why Kenny, she planned to keep the child. So Kenny was, Levi was Kenny's brother. Levi was Kenny's sister's child. Why did he look so poor then and decrepit? I don't know if that's the right word. Let's Google that. In that one flashback, he looked so decrepit. Is that a word? Worn out or ruined because of age or neglect. Yeah, neglect. He looked
decrepit.
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 Decrepit. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that, but I played them. Okay, so is it Kenny? Above ground in the publicly known chapel rebuilt by Rod Reyes, Hans, Levi, and his squad search the interior. They find a trapdoor under a rug that leads into the crystal cavern below. Cavern, okay, that's the girl, informs the soldiers with her that they should expect to face at least 7 enemies, with Levi among them. Why does she know? Can she see through walls? Is she a Titan? And this time they will not have the advantage of an ambush. They cannot count on the other interior police or the government. Cavan reminds them of why they joined Kenny. Why? What dream does he have? And sought meaning in lives they otherwise found meaningless, and asked them to continue trusting in Kenny and his dream. Okay, that's it for today. Those are my thoughts on the episode. Great episode. I don't even want to rate these episodes of every episode 5 out of 5. If I didn't say before, 5 out of 5. Great. Oh, have I done the thing where I rate it on any list? Have I not? Can I now? I'm more than halfway through, aren't I? Dun dun. Let's go rate Attack on Titan Season 3. Okay, I'm gonna do it this so you guys can see. You can kind of see me, hey, but you can also see this. Okay, so story 10. I'm living for it. I love the philosophy and everything about how it's told and what is being told, everything. Characters 9. What could make it better? I don't know. Maybe a character that I can relate to. I haven't really. Maybe it's personal 9. Yeah, it's my personal 9. Visuals, fucking 10. God tier. Audio, I'm gonna go with 9 because I'm not such a big fan of the ending song for some reason. It's really creepy, which I think is kind of the point, but and enjoyment 10. So final score 9.6. This is definitely, and I've mentioned this before, it's definitely my favorite season of, season 2 was definitely my favorite above season 1, and I'm thinking season 3 is even more my favorite. Oh wait, it doesn't seem that way. Attack on Titan season 1 has a 9.9. Why does it have a 9.9? There we go. Oh, audio, because audio 10. Characters 10. Clearly I was very enamored with the anime back then, because I didn't matter probably that maybe I related to them because, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was because there was more Eren, and in this season there isn't so much Eren. Visuals, no, I'm not going to put it as 10, I'm going to put it as 9, because after seeing season 3, I know what it could be, so I'm putting it as 9, so yeah. That's more fair in my opinion. Season 2, what did I score season 2 as? Attack on Titan. Wait, it should be higher. Here we go. Attack on Titan season 2. It's a 10 out of 10? Wow. So season 2 remains kind of my favorite season. But now I want to give the visuals a 9 because it's not God tier like season 3. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so Season 2 is at season 2. Where did it go now? Season 2. Where did it go now? So season 2 is at 9.8, season 1 is at a 9.6, and season 3 is at a 9.6. Fair, because I still think season 2 is my favorite season because there was more Eren, and because of damn that finale. But season 3 is my second favorite, and season 1 is my third favorite. Okay, that makes sense. I agree with that. Thank you guys for watching with me. I loved watching another episode so closely with the other one, especially because these episodes are definitely a little different from, you know, the action-packed one in season 1 and 2. It has a lot more information in, and I like that. So I can take in the information more than, you know, how the actions can sometimes overwhelm you. The information is like seeping in at a comfortable pace. Yeah, okay. Thank you all so much for watching this with me and listening to my review. I really love what I do. I really love doing these reviews. I really love reading your comments. I really love talking to you guys on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and I promise I'll keep working hard to make my content even better. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.